Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In this video, we're going to continue with the small warehouse model. I would like to mention that all the design and drawing rights of this building is reserved for Mr. Jacek Gorka. So we worked till the end of step 13, I believe. Now let's take care of step 14. We have a flat roof which is slightly sloped. OWSJ here is open web steel joist system. So 120 millimeter flat roof. Now let's see. We're gonna follow the heights in here. Okay, so this is the roof. As you see, it's 125. It's in the roof level. We can see detail view number 7. View number 7 is here. So that is the roof. So let's go to our roof level, roof plane, and I'm gonna close inactive views. And it's gonna, as we see in this section, it's going to go from the inside of the parapet here. On this end, it seems that it's inside the curtain system. So let's get back here. Let's go with architecture, roof by footprint. No slopes here, so if there is a check mark for define slope, remove it. I'm gonna go with pick lines. This line, this one. I'm gonna click on this line too. Let's trim this edge and this edge. I'm gonna hit escape. I'm gonna move this all the way outside and move this edge all the way outside. So here it's gonna be slightly inside. Let's see. It's like about 50 millimeters inside. So on this end, I also want it to be 50 millimeter inside, just so it doesn't exactly hit the glass. So it should be good. And trim this area. So see that I modeled it as all flat, right? So I'm gonna finish the edit mode, right? Then you can select the roof back. You can hit tab here. And I'm gonna go with modify sub-elements. Now let's have the section here as well. I'm gonna click on roof plane WT, have both. So this is the roof. I'm gonna put this on wireframe for a second. You see there is a little bit of a conflict. How much do I wanna move it up here? From here to here is 64 inches. So I'm gonna click on the roof, go with modify sub-element. This point, if I click on it, it should be 64, which means based on the roof level is going to be 64 millimeters up. So now it's exactly in the correct location. Let's try the other end. This is the roof. It needs to move up. So let's see if I get some dimension here. This one needs to move up by 164. Right, so I'm gonna go with modify sub-element again. This point needs to move up by 164, and this point needs to move up also by 164. Okay, so now it's all good here. Now here we need to add 2 more points to the modify sub-element. So select the roof, modify sub-element. We're gonna need one point on grid 2. So I'm gonna click here, so this will become active view. One click here, one click on the other end. I can get back to my hidden line view. From here to here, we should move it down by 134. So it was, if I get back to the roof, modify sub-element, this was 98. So I'm gonna go with 98 minus 134, which is minus 36. So if I go with minus 36 here and click on this point, also go with minus 36, I think it should be good. So now you see if I just put it and shade it for a second, this is the roof. It's exactly on top of the joist. I'll move back to hidden, and you see now the roof exactly follows the slope and everything. Step 14, model the stairs and provide doors. We already worked on the doors. We created the doors. If I show you on level 1, okay, I just want to show you as an example, what if we had a double door? Right here we have a single door. What if we had a double door in the curtain panel system? Right? So let's say maybe we had a double door around here. So in that case, here, I should not have this mullion because I want to consider both these 1400 paints here. So I'm going to remove the lock. So I'm going to unpin or unlock this mullion, hit delete, erase it. We also should have these two panels as one continuous. So I want to click on the grid, add or remove, and remove this segment. Now, if I hit tab here, this is one single pane, right? It's continuous. Now I can unlock it, go to edit type. What we need is double door, which is not here, so I need to load it. Doors folder, I'm gonna go with double door storefront, open, and OK, right? If you don't see the handles of the door in 3D, put your 3D on fine level of details, and you can change the swing side here. That's how a double door works. Back to the stairs, we also have some stairs. I'm gonna follow the dimensions here. The stairs go from level 1 to mezzanine. We are working on the first part of step 15. So here is where the stairs is. Let's say maybe it's 1200 in width. It seems that the width is not mentioned here. You see that the floor goes actually till the end of the column here. So I'm gonna go to the section view, and here on this level I'm gonna go to mezzanine. I'm gonna select the floor here, edit boundary, in which view in the level mezzanine, and instead of going till here, I'm gonna move it to the end of the column. So AL, one click here, one click here. Now it's better. I'm gonna close this. Right now in my mezzanine level, I'm gonna draw an RP reference plane. Let's say if the width of the stair is 1200, I just wanna draw a reference line. As you see, it's 1200 millimeters away from the floor. Okay, now let's see, from the grid is 1274, so I need a few more reference planes here, RP. I'm gonna go with 1274 from this grid, so it's gonna be one over there. 2250 away we have a landing, so I'm gonna go with RP, pick the one that we draw. 2250 millimeters away we have another reference plane. Then we have 1200 for the landing, so I'm gonna click there, and the rest of it should be 2250. So another reference plane here, which we can later erase these reference planes. Okay, so in my mezzanine level, I'm gonna go with architecture. I'm gonna go with the stairs. The width of the stairs here, I'm gonna change it to 1200. We're gonna go from level 1 to mezzanine. That's the plan. So the first part here is just an empty space. So we're gonna start from here, 6 millimeters away. So one click here, one click, then we have the landing, one click here and one click here, and that's our stairs. That's all we need in here. If you want to get rid of these reference planes, you can do so. Now we need a little bit of landing here, so I'm gonna go with edit the boundary, and here I actually need to modify this, so I'm gonna pick this line here. I also want to pick this line, and feel free to close the edges. Continue. I'm gonna use trim. We also need to trim this area. And here I want to go with a line. This line actually needs to be there, so it works like this. I accidentally got rid of one of the lines here, so I'm gonna pick this line, trim it here, and trim it there, and that should be good. So now in the section as well, basically you see floor. Feel free to add some railing here if you want. I can go with railing on the mezzanine level from here to here. I can add the railing, and it's gonna look good in here. I want to move the railing a little bit inside. Okay, if you want to go with a different railing, feel free to do so. Feel free to check it in the other view. So that's how it's working, which looks very nice and good. Okay, so that was step 15. Finally, we need to create all the views. So let's say here, I'm gonna need 2 sheets. I'm gonna call them A101 and A102. So I'm gonna go to maybe one of the levels, TW, close inactive views. In the project browser on the sheet, right click new sheet. Okay, I'm gonna name this as, so rename it as A101, the small warehouse one. I also need to bring a new sheet, so right click here, new sheet. Okay, it's gonna be A102 small warehouse part 2. Okay, on sheet 1, let's see what we have. We have level 1, 1 to 100. So I'm gonna go with level 1. It's 1 to 100. So on level 1, before putting it on the sheet, I want to work with the crop region. So I'm gonna, if this is off, turn it on, the crop region. I'm just gonna move it very close to the part that we want to just see on the sheet. I want to go with crop view, so the rest is cropped. Okay, just want to end the view here. Okay, now I want to put this view on the sheet. See that we still see the elevation symbol here, so I want to select this elevation symbol, hide in view category, so we don't see it anymore. I also want to double click here, turn or hide this crop region. We don't want to see it. Double click somewhere. We can just move this up. Let's say we want it on somewhere around here, and I can click on this line, move it there. If I click on the plan, I can have this bubble and adjust it here. Okay, the reference planes would not show when you make a PDF. We also have mezzanine level, not all of it, just some part of it. So I'm gonna go with mezzanine level. See, in version 2023, whichever view you have already put on the sheets is gonna make it blue here. I'm gonna show the crop region, limit this, somewhere around here, limit the view. We don't need to see everything. We also don't need to see the property line here, so I want to click on it, right click, hide in view category. Again, I don't want to see this, hide in view category. See that whatever I don't want to see, I'm actually hiding it permanently, not temporarily. because temporary height would show up next time you open Revit. I'm gonna go with do not show crop region. Move this here. I'm gonna go to the sheet, put my mezzanine level in there. It's 1 to 100, that's right. I need to move this view a little bit up. Double click here. I wanna move this a little bit lower and the dimension line much lower so I can save some room in here. Okay, now let's double click here, move the view up. And here I'm gonna double click, click on the grid, move it down. Maybe as I'm already seeing my grid 3 and 4 over there, I'm gonna hide the two grids here. Right click, hide in view element. I have already aligned the two views, so I can just move this up. Now it's all good. And this view where it says mezzanine, I want to move it somewhere in here. Move the bubble. Site plan also, I want to go with 1 to 350. So let's see the site plan. 1 to 350. Again, let's take care of the crop region. As far as we see the property line, that's good enough. We don't need to see more. Crop region, crop the view. Don't worry about the reference planes because they're not going to show in the print anyway. So I'm going to move the site plan here a little bit up. A little bit to the left here. Okay, so this is our first sheet. We can talk about 3D views later. On the second sheet, I have section 1, 1 to 100. So I'm gonna go to sheet 2. I'm gonna check section view, section 1, show the crop region, just limit it to this area. That's good. I'm gonna move section to sheet 2. Let's move the section name maybe here, over there. We're gonna add the mass floor schedule. Remember, we got the mass floor schedule before. It's under the schedules. I'm gonna add it here. You can also adjust the size of the cells here. Okay, this looks good. You know how to add section 2 and the elevations. Notice that the elevations are 1 to 200. The other views are 1 to 100. I'm just going to show you how you can get this call out, one or two of them. Let's say maybe I want to get this call out here. So I'll go to my section 1 view. We need a call out from this area, which is gonna be detail 1, view number 3 here. So I'm gonna go with view, call out, rectangular from here to there. Okay, move this over there. I'm gonna go to the call out view and it's 1 to 20. Usually we want the callouts to be set to fine level of details. I can move this up a little bit. You want to see level 1, so we know where it is. Move this there. Hide the crop region. I want to draw a window like this. Go to filter, check none, check topography, and right click hide in view category. Okay, now it's better. And you need to add the dimensions, for instance, DI We have the floor here. We have, if I hit tab from there to here is 400. So add all the dimensions that you see in the PDF file, the thickness of the wall, for instance, from here to here and to here. Feel free to add more dimensions. And if I go to the sheet, I can call this detail 1. So rename this as detail 1. And I'm gonna move it to the sheet here. I can move this down, move this over here. Feel free to add the rest of the details as you see here. Okay, so you just need to add the dimensions. I have added some of the dimensions, add the rest of the dimensions, and add the other 2 callouts over there and over there, the 2 elevations, and that would be it. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe for more videos.